Hello, my name is Dwayne Kimball, owner and founder of KMD 89 VA Claims Consultant, Leave No Vet Behind, and also I'm a United States Army veteran. Today, I'm bringing you another educational video as it pertains to the VA disability claims process, but today I'm going to be talking about the email that the VA sent out this past Tuesday. I did upload a video previously, but I just want to follow up because I've been getting a lot of questions, and so I want to answer some of those questions. But before we get into today's video, make sure you like, subscribe, hit that notification button, and also don't forget, you can follow me on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. So back to this email that the VA sent out. A lot of people are scrambling, got a lot of questions of these proposed changes. In the previous video that I uploaded, I just showed a comparison of the old rating criteria and the new proposed criteria. It's a proposal, okay? But I'm getting a lot of questions, especially from veterans that are 100% permanent and total. So I wanted to point out something as it pertains to the email that was sent. And also, I want to be discussing some questions that I'm not getting that I think veterans should be asking, okay? So without that being said, I got a couple of slides. I'm gonna go ahead and show you the email and talk through it, okay? So the first slide that we have here is this is the email that was sent out, okay? So I showed this in my previous video, and I talked to it a little bit about the sleep apnea, tinnitus, and the mental. I'm not going to get into those three right now, okay? I'm going to do a in-person, live in-person. Now, I'm not going to stream it on YouTube, but a live where you can sign up for free. It'll be for free, and we could talk through some of this, okay? So if you go down into the description section of this video, you can sign up for that tomorrow. It's going to be tomorrow between 1 p.m. And 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, like my other roundtable event, okay? But it's going to be limited seating, so make sure you go ahead and you sign up as soon as you see this video, and we're going to go through some of the Federal Registry stuff as it pertains to the mental condition, and maybe if we have enough time, we'll jump into the sleep apnea and tinnitus. But this is the email that the VA sent out, okay? And the one thing that I wanted to address, I've been getting a lot of comments on YouTube, Dwayne, I'm 100% permanent total. Will they change? Would I be affected? If I add a dependent, would I be affected? If I do this, would I be affected? Veterans, we have to go out, take the time, and read through this information. I know it could be kind of boring and lengthy. I just spent the last hour going through the Federal Registry as it pertains to the proposed changes for the mental. That's my second time. I'm gonna go through it again, okay? And I'm gonna do a follow-up video on that, what I find. Now, at the bottom, I got it highlighted in red. This is what I'm going to be talking about, all right? So for you veterans out there that are 100% PNT, you're adding a dependent or whatever, this pertains to you, okay? So what I have highlighted or circled in red, I'm going to put up right here, okay? So now this is what I had highlighted in red, and this is what it reads. No change to a veteran's current rating would occur due to these proposed changes. If the proposed changes are finalized, veterans who currently receive compensation for a service-connected condition can apply for increased compensation, but no reduction shall be made unless an improvement in the veteran's disability is shown to have occurred, okay? So what that's telling you is if you're already service-connected for these conditions, okay, if you're 100% permanent total, if you're adding a dependent, these proposed changes, and keep in mind, these are just proposals. Do I believe they're actually going to implement them? Yes, but I could be wrong, okay? But keep in mind, these are just proposed changes. Now, again, if you're already service-connected, let's say for tinnitus, sleep apnea, and PTSD or any other mental condition, all right? They're telling you you're not going to be affected. Now, what they are telling you in this, you can still go in for increase. Okay, you can go in for increase, but no reductions shall be made unless an improvement in the veteran's disability is shown to have occurred. Now, what they also should have put in parentheses, make sure you get educated on the criteria. Okay. If I was writing this, I would throw that in there as well. But again, I've been getting a lot of questions. People saying, hey, I'm service connected for this, service connected for sleep apnea, tinnitus, PTSD, or I'm 100% permanent total. I want to add a dependent to my claim. Is that going to affect me? Go back and read the email. If you don't have the email, let me know and I'll forward it to you. Okay. So you can read it in detail, but also don't forget to go to the Federal Registry. The link, I'll put it in the description section of this video. You want to look at that too. Not only do you want to look at it, you want to study it, understand it, especially if you're trying to get evidence or whatever to file a claim. And if this does take effect, then you're going to fall under that new criteria if you file a claim after the proposed change date, if it goes into effect. Okay. Another thing I want to talk about is it says the public has 60 days to provide comments to VA regarding 2 proposed updates via the Federal Registry notices located at, then it says Thomas Murphy, Director, Northeast District. All right. Now, I get a lot of, when I did that video, uploaded the YouTube video, I got a lot of comments. But what I didn't get? I didn't get any comments saying, hey, I'm going to go out and I'm actually going to leave a comment and share my thoughts with the VA. I had 2 individuals that did leave comments and say, hey, I suggest veterans go out there and leave comments so their voices can be heard. Because if you look at the Federal Registry, it talks about the people that the VA reached out to and compiled, got feedback from. But none were the veterans. So right here, they're asking you for your feedback. But I haven't got one comment where somebody actually said, I went out and left a comment, but I did get some other comments with veterans saying, hey, not file a complaint, but go and leave a comment. Okay. So I was kind of, curious as to why, but, each his own. Now, I know changes, it's not always goes in favor of the vet, especially when they're dealing with the VA. Again, I encourage you, click on the link in the description section. Look at the Federal Registry for the audio, the respiratory, and the mental. I'm going to do a follow-up in a live training where it's going to be a Zoom link, okay? And people can sign up if you've been in my Veterans Roundtable, something similar to that. And we're going to go through it together because I'm still reading and trying to understand it. But what I've been doing recently, looking at that information and then thinking, how would I rate a claim? As a previous RVSR, when I used to rate, what would I look for based on that information they provided in those proposed changes? And in the last video, I did mention, hey, if these proposed changes go through, guess what else is going to change? The DBQ, because those are going to be some different questions. Okay, so I'm not going to get into too deep because I'm going to do another video to cover the mental part, and I'm going to share some of my thoughts to you as to how I would rate that or what I would look for if I was still, rating just from a rater standpoint, but I'm previously the rater, not a current rater. All right. So what are some questions that I thought I would get that I'm not getting? Is one, Dwayne, if these proposed changes go through, what do you think the questions will look like on the DBQ? Dwayne, if these proposed changes go through and I file a claim for PTSD, how would I reasonably articulate my symptomology as it unfolded in the criteria, the new proposed criteria? Okay. Nobody's asking these questions. Nobody's thinking about how these are going to be asked on the DBQ. I'm not going to say nobody's thinking about it, but I haven't seen anybody talking about it. Because we all know if you get in front of that VA C&P examiner, you get long-winded, you don't understand how to reasonably articulate your symptomology, you could run into a buzzsaw, okay? But again, I just want to hit home one thing. They're telling you here, the proposed changes, if you're already service-connected, you will not be affected. You're grandfathered in. Now, if you come in for an increase or something, which you can do, then if it shows improvement, depending on how long that percentage has been in effect and so forth as it pertains to the protection rule, will determine if they do a proposal to reduce or to just confirm and continue the rating. All right. So you have to go back and look at some of those previous videos. All right. I did, I think one of my veterans roundtable in November 2021. Okay. I had a guest speaker come on and talk about and explain the protection rule. All right. So if it shows improvement, then it will fall under that. All right. But again, I'm getting a lot of questions. Dwayne, I'm 100% PNT. I don't plan on filing a new claim. Are they going to go back and look at my PTSD and my sleep apnea? No. Why would they? Unless you went in for an increase. Now, if you're already 50% for sleep apnea, all right, under the current criteria, you can get 100% under that diagnostic code 6847. All right. But the majority of veterans are at the 50%. But again, you have to be educated on that criteria. And then you got to ask yourself, do I meet that criteria? And if not, where's the increase? Okay. But if you're 100% PNT, again, if you're 100% PNT, or you're going to add a dependent, you're service connected for these conditions, all right, they're not going to go back and look at that unless you go in for an increase, and then they have to, because you're telling them that my conditions, I feel that my tinnitus, my sleep apnea, or my mental condition has gotten worse. If you're 10% for tinnitus, currently that's the highest that you can get. So I don't know why you would be asking for an increase in that. All right. But understand they're not going to go back and look at everything if you're already service connected unless you're going for an increase and you ask them to. Okay. So I hope everyone understands that. I know, like I said earlier, I had a couple of people come on and left some comments to other veterans, said, no, they're saying in the email, if you're already service connected, you're not, it's not going to affect you. All right. But again, make sure you go down to the description section and you sign up. I'm going to do it live because I want to make sure I understand people's questions and we can have a group discussion about it. It's going to be tomorrow, 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can sign up. The link is in the description section below. And the event is free. So with that being said, make sure you like, subscribe, hit that notification button. Don't forget, you can follow me on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. So if I don't see you tomorrow, hopefully I'll see you in my next live stream or my next Veterans Roundtable. Thank you.